Ever try to sand inside a tight corner, or clean up a weird, curvy piece of metal, and realize your standard block or palm sander is just way too bulky? It is frustrating, right? That is exactly where this little file sander comes in. It is basically a miniature belt sander on a stick, and honestly, it feels surprisingly nimble in the hand. Weighing in at just 2.5 pounds, it does not tire your wrist out, which is a huge plus when you are doing detail work that requires a steady touch. What really stands out is how the head pivots. You can tilt that half-inch belt up to 55 degrees, so if you are working on an awkward angle or trying to reach into a deep crevice, you are not fighting the tool to get the right contact. It just kind of flows with the shape of the project. Now here is the thing about the speed control. It has a dial that lets you jump between 1080 and 1800 feet per minute. Having that range is actually pretty handy because you can dial it back for delicate wood projects where you do not want to burn the material, or crank it up when you are tackling something tougher like metal. The belt tracking is automatic, which is a massive relief. Anyone who has spent half their day fiddling with tensioning knobs on older sanders will appreciate that you just pop the belt on and go. Speaking of belts, the tool-free change system is quick enough that you won't dread switching from a coarse grit to that fine 320 for the final polish. It comes with 3 belts in the box, so you are ready to start right away. Now, it is not all perfect. The dust port is a nice touch, but because of the compact design, it can feel a little bit like an afterthought depending on how you are holding the tool. You might find yourself adjusting your grip to keep the hose from getting in your way. Also, since it is a corded tool, you are tethered to an outlet, which is just the trade-off for having that consistent power without worrying about a battery dying mid-project. But for the price, it is a solid little workhorse. It is one of those specialized tools that you might not use every single day, but the moment you need to get into a tight spot, you will be really glad it is sitting on your workbench. It is simple, it does exactly what it claims to do, and it saves a whole lot of hand sanding headaches.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.